Okay, so the Madam Web review embargo has now lifted. Let's go ahead and see how it's doing on Rotten Tomatoes. Oh boy, that's kind of what I was expecting, to be honest. Just based off the trailers and all that, I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna be good. And Sony obviously didn't have a lot of confidence with this movie, considering that they had the review embargo lifting the day before it comes out, which is always a bad sign. And then on top of that, they never even gave this movie a second trailer, which is almost unheard of. They basically looked at the movie they had and they said, no way we're going to waste money on more marketing and releasing a new trailer because we know this thing is going to tank. And early reviews are terrible for this thing. A lot of people are saying it is just absolutely terrible and that the audience was bursting into laughter, just laughing at the movie during the premiere. Now that is bad. Now here's one of my favorite movie reviewers, Chris Parker from 3C Films. Let's go ahead and see what he had to say about the movie. He said, Madam Web is an embarrassing mess, talented stars wasted on probably the worst comic book movie I have ever seen, filled with atrocious dialogue, awkward editing, and all-around laughable structure. I sat there baffled, scene by scene, that someone approved this, the memes will redeem it. Now, that is bad. Normally he's pretty optimistic and gives, decent reviews, but, oh man, it seems like he hated this thing. And every review that I have seen so far is just saying that this movie is terrible. Like, Jeremy Jahns gave this thing a dog crap rating, which I don't think he's even done. Like, if he's done it, it might have only been once or twice before. The fact that he gave it that bad of a review is pretty telling. Even Grace Randolph, another bad review. I just don't understand how Sony can keep doing this. They keep making these Spider-Man-less Spider-Man spin-off movies, which makes absolutely no sense. And it's one thing if these movies were doing good, okay, yeah, sure, there's no Spider-Man, but they're good movies, they're getting good reviews, and they're making some good money at the box office. Then I could see them being like, okay, let's just keep making these movies. Clearly they're working, but they're not. Almost every movie that they make besides the Miles Morales Spider-Verse movies have done terribly critically, and they barely make any money. Besides the Venom movies, of course. I just don't get it. Like, does Sony as a studio just not want to make money? Like, I'm just baffled, you know? We've got a Kraven movie coming out, most likely no Spider-Man. It might be alright, like, the trailers are intriguing, but at the same time, he's apparently not going to be hunting, which is, like, his whole thing. Which is another thing that Sony does, is they take these characters and just completely change them and basically make the villains anti-heroes and make the heroes just uninteresting or change up the lore, and it just doesn't make a lot of sense. And, you know, these movies are for Spider-Man fans, and if you're gonna change everything, what's the point? Because the fans aren't gonna like it. This is very worrying for this movie because, like I said, Sony obviously doesn't believe in it, so it seems like they're just releasing it and just, you know, accepting defeat at this point. No second trailer, the review embargo lifts the day before it releases. Things are not looking good, but honestly, I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna go see it tomorrow. Hopefully it surprises me and I actually enjoy it and like some things in this movie. As long as we've got a lot of Sydney Sweeney in this movie, I'm sure it's gonna be alright. But yeah, stay tuned for my review tomorrow. I cannot wait to watch this movie and see what I think about it. And let me know down below in the comments if this review score, this rotten review score of 23, I think it's down to like 21 right now, let me know if that's going to deter you from going to check out this movie in the theaters, or if you're still going to give it a chance, and I know there's some people that were just never going to see it either. Let me know down below.